start with a warning. This episode isn't a very comfortable episode. Yes, we love reviewing movies on the Peter Walsh Show podcast, but this isn't about a feel-good moment or happy endings, but it's not going to feel you depressed. In fact, I think this movie is going to leave you amazed by one man and one man only. This is about the black rotten core that can live inside all of us, and the film that exposes it better than any other, There Will Be Blood. And if you've never seen it, you gotta get up and get to see it, lads. This isn't just another movie, it's a character study, a war, a sermon, a confession. It's about the sickness, deep, dark sickness of ambition, and what happens when a man decides he doesn't just want to win, he wants to destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Daniel Day-Lewis. Most people say that he's the greatest actor of all time. I'm going to put one little fly in the soup. I personally think Marlon Brando is the greatest of all time because he was the first, the original, to bring stillness to characters the world's ever seen. And he's the original. He invented what all these actors do. Even Jack Nicholson, one of the greatest of all time, also said that himself. And ladies and gentlemen, if there wasn't a Marlon Brando, if there was no Jack Nicholson, this man would be the greatest of all time. And this movie really gives you an idea why. Peter. Wow. Look, we all want success, right? Most of us do, surely, right? Money, power, respect. But what happens when the desire mutuates, when it turns into something darker? That's what this film explores. Some of you might even, in fact, go, oh my God, I know exactly who this guy is like. And this guy, Daniel Plainview, played by the great Daniel Day-Lewis, a man who starts with a pickaxe and ends with an empire. But the cost him everything. Morality, humanity, connection. There'll Be Blood takes the American dream and struggles it until it coughs up something unrecognizable. And the real conflict, it's not oil. It's not religion. It's not family. It's ego versus the soul. And spoiler alert, the ego wins. Now, set in the early 1900s, okay, lads, this film tracks the rise of Daniel Plainview. Now, all right, some of you might be thinking, oh, come on, I don't want to be watching some old thing about 1900s and 1800s. I get it. I'm the exact same, by the way. I'm generally not into these type of movies, but this is one of the exceptions. A silver miner turned oil man. He's brilliant, ruthless, calculated. Day-Lewis's performance, it's so raw, you feel like you're watching an exorcism. And the man, this isn't a man chasing wealth, okay? It's a man trying to bury his past in black gold. He adopts his son, and you think not out of love, but strategy, right? Then it kind of flips over. Well, maybe he doesn't actually love. Does he? Does he not? Is it strategy? Is it not strategy? He manipulates community, he crushes competition, and all of it's wrapped in the veneer of progress. But underneath it all, he's empty. Not hollow, not sad, just empty. And every scene is a slow drill, not into oil, but into him. And every deal, every lie, every glare, you feel yourself slipping deeper into a character who isn't just broken, he's so dangerous. Now here's where it really starts to build. Then we meet Eli, the young preacher who wants to bring God to the same town Daniel wants to drain. And from that moment, the film becomes a two-man war. Now, one wants oil, the other, he wants souls. And it's not just about land. It's actually about dominance between the two of them. Who controls who bends first. And the tension, it's relentless. And Daniel plays the game like a chess master with a goddamn sledgehammer. He pretends, he smiles, he nods, but you can always feel there's something going on in the back, waiting. And the deeper we go, the worse it gets. His son, this doesn't give away anything, guys, but in some part of the movie, well, actually, pretty much kind of at the start of the movie, his son goes deaf. He becomes more isolated, more erratic, and what started as ambition becomes pure blind obsession. And it's not about oil anymore. It's about proving a point to the world, to God, to himself. And the genius of Paul Thomas Anderson, lads, let me tell you, the director himself. I mean, I've never personally been blown away by him, but for this movie, he blew my two socks off, man. And he lets the poison seep in until every scene feels like it could explode. And no music, right? There's sometimes the odd score, but he just lets Daniel Day and the performance just do the work itself. There's no flashy editing, just pressure. Then comes the finale, the grand finale. And no, we will not give anything away, folks. Now, years have passed, and Daniel does become the empire here with so much money, it is obscene. He's in a mansion surrounded by his trophies and none of it matters. And we won't give away too much. But in one of the most brutal, unrelenting climaxes in film history, Daniel doesn't just reject, he destroys himself. Emotionally, psychologically, physically. And I'll just say this one thing. There's one famous line in this movie. I drink your milkshake. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll never forget that one. If you've never seen it, well, you will know what I mean. When he says that one line, it's not just a flex. It's a confession. It's Daniel Day-Lewis saying, I took everything and I don't give a goddamn. And when he finally snaps, you're actually not shocked. You're not horrified. You're numb. Because you've seen it. It's kind of like you didn't see it coming, but you saw it coming the entire time. And that's the brilliance of it. It doesn't jump the shark. It drags you into the abyss and then slams the door goddamn shut. Oh, why should you watch There'll Be Blood? Well, it's not just a film about oil. It's about the parts of ourselves we're too afraid to admit exists. It's about greed, power, the refusal to lose. And what happens when a man, he builds a throne and then sets fire to everyone who helped him climb there. It's not pretty. It's not easy. It's real. You'll walk away feeling unsettled, probably kind of haunted, maybe even a little ashamed. Maybe you can relate to this guy. But the point is, some films make you feel good. This one kind of makes you feel exposed. It's not going to give you a, oh dear God, I can never watch that again. In fact, I'd be surprised if you weren't putting it back on straight away again. Right? It's one of those ones. Sometimes it's exactly what we need, these type of movies, you know, lads. And pour the whiskey, drown those lights, and dive head first into madness. Because there will be blood, and there will be truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I honestly think this is Daniel Day-Lewis's greatest performance of all time. Some may argue with me. His performance in My Left Foot, when he played a disabled person, was out of this world. And it still is. It still is in the top performances of all time. And I hate even saying it, I do think this actually did top it. There's not much more to say. I mean, this is Daniel Day-Lewis' grand masterpiece.
Peter.
Wow.